What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is Take It Slow here, aka Angry Porto, aka Clancy, aka too many goddamn nicknames. And we are back, another episode of the Vampyr 2 playthrough. Vampyr 2, excuse me. Vampyr, just regular Vampyr, no Vampyr 2 yet. And, of course, as I start, my phone rings. So, I'll be right back. Damn it! Alright, we are back. Okay, so if you guys remember, we have William Bishop's blood that we have to analyze, and we can do it right here. At the workbench. Okay, where is it? Right here? No, no. There we go. Analyze. Wait, regeneration serum. Huh. So that's it. What'll I do with it?
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching.
I
The
must
sun
keep
is
searching.
about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night.
Okay.
I have so much time now.
I said to myself inside my own head without moving my lips. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Can't really do much. We'll just take a little rest. The following night.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Hurry now, Doctor. It's freezing here.
What happened?
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
Oh no.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
No antiseptics at all.
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Oh, how could... Foreshadowing? No.
It's locked.
Alright. Let's do a little exploring. We are an explorer, after all. Used hacksaw. I don't think that's better than what I got. I reckon it ain't. No, I reckon it's not indeed. What's this? T. Elwood's medical file. Thomas Elwood, male, age 28, by Dr. Tibbetts. Convalescence. Heavily burnt. Let's see. Guilt. Guilt of the survivor. Okay. What's upstairs? Anything? I bet you that's Swansea's office. Or not, I don't know. I don't know anything. I just got here. I was supposed to be here today. Oh, what's that?
Not now.
He's preoccupied with something or someone. Haha. Also to the second floor. Alright. What do we got going on here? Hang on. Wow. How do I look around? There we go. There's no way to zoom in and out of this map. That's unfortunate. Okay. Oh, I had some other quests that I thought were on here, but I guess not. Rest to evolve. Not quite yet. Alright, how about this way?
It's locked, all right.
Public notice, Spanish influenza. Walk to work, don't spit, drink from your own cup, avoid crowds. If you get sick, go to bed and send for a doctor. Like me. I'm a doctor. No, I'm a good doctor. So far. We have no reason not to be yet. Okay. Dreary, desolate street at night. What could go wrong?
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Yes, you should. Oh, whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. Come at me, bro. Too slow. Resistant to range damage. Okay. Oh, that's sad. Huh. Is that Milton's, Yes, it is. That's the thing that Milton wanted me to get. Ow. Rude. Oh, you sneaky little fuck. Motherfucker. Don't you know who I am? Don't you know who I am? Oh. Okay. I think that looks like that's it out here. Oh, it's not too in-depth. Alright. Let's go tell Milton about what we done there. Empty, open room. No biggie. Not awkward at all. Okay. Just running around these empty streets by myself. Just running around these empty streets by myself. Where you at, buddy?
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
You got it. Hey, I found your wallet.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
Personal question. So what is that?
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Milton.
Goodbye, Milton.
Must prove what we are capable of. It is now or never.
The doc?
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett's, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
And we still have the shitty camera. Okay.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
Oh.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
You're exhausted.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Woo.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You
Whoa.
don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
What? Okay. All right, so there's
Goodbye,
our
Dr. Tippett.
there's our Dr. Tibbetts, the hardworking old man doctor. Yes,
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
we know her.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Okay, so maybe there's some hanky-panky going on between them? Maybe not. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Definitely between Milton and this other nurse who I gotta find. Where you at, lady? There she is. There's Pippa. Pippa.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
That would suck. Get a grip, man!
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You're right. When dealing with such a terrible disease, one must remain humble. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try our best.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes, Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
That's cute. Okay. What's going on there? Alright, good talk.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Good talk, Pippa. What's this? Oh. I thought it was a wanted board. I got excited.
But the suffering continues.
That's Pembroke nowadays.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Okay. Interesting.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Okay.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
You'd be surprised. Okay.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Obviously, she's not a vampire, because she would know if I was a vampire.
Of my own life.
But it's still funny.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
What's the real cause?
Why do you feel responsible for the injury, Thomas? What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave. It was an accident.
Tell me what really happened then.
I went with a whore in Rouen. Dead drunk I was. The hotel was a shithole. There was a fire that night.
Did you start the fire? Were you trying to avoid going back to the front? That's not uncommon, you know.
No. It's just that I was asleep when the flames reached the room. The girl was long gone. Bitch never woke me up. Left me to burn.
Why lie about it?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans. And it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
Let's go with this.
Beauty is not everything, Mr. Elwood.
Says Mr. Pretty Face.
No.
Why lie?
Come on.
Beauty.
Says Mr.
We failed the hint.
Why do you feel?
I wasn't
Why lie?
Come on.
Beauty.
Says Mr. Prick.
Can I not go back and do that? I don't know. I guess that's it.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
How close are you to Miss Horcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
But the suffering continues.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of my blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Interesting. Alright, so I guess if you sort of fail a hint, then that's it. You failed it.
Goodbye for now.
So I'll have to be a much more...
But the suffering continues.
It's here again.
I'll have to pay much more attention to what I want to say. Okay, interesting. Okay, garlic doesn't work. That's cool.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft.
I need blood, Doctor.
Did we open up anything here? Here we go.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Nice little commentary for the game. Game within a game commenting on itself.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
Okay.
I'll leave you, Mistress.
I wish I could be sick again.
Feel my blood
All right.
boil with the fever.
It's this guy.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Horcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Shh, optimistic.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers Trade Union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Interesting.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks, and I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
So I wonder if the cross Swansea had is actually blessed in some way, or if it's just a cross.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest, and then I can go back to the people who need me.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Okay.
It's locked.
So there's someone in there that we can't get to, it would seem. Yeah, okay. In time, I suppose. Alright, let's go. Let's go check out this old morgue, shall we? Well, how'd I get there? We went this way. Don't mind me, I'm just the doctor leaving. What's up? It's Clay Cox.
Is this supposed to be an hospital?
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed. Still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. Still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favour.
Oh.
Only the strongest survive, then? Survival at all costs. Is that all you think about?
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
Oh, okay. I'll remember that.
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. But as long as I'm treated all right, I'll be fine.
What's wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton. I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, all like that.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on, Dr. Reed. The place is a dump. Smelly, sad, and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
We might get a taste of Clay Cox in the future. We'll see.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I could say for most folks.
And who are you, then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day, I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
Interesting.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Alright, so he's kind of an asshole. But we'll give him a shot for now. We'll give him a chance to redeem himself. Let's see who this guy down here is. A lot of talking in this game. Hope you guys are okay with that.
Please, sir. I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight. I've lost my mate. Can't find him anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. Please, calm down and give me more details.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but we had a disagreement. And Oswald ran off towards the canal.
How long have you been searching for him?
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survived the trenches suffer from musophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend. What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm Oswald's best friend. We served in the same regiment, sir. We've taken care of each other since we came back from the front.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Oswald Thatcher. We survived the war together. Oswald is nervous and quite fragile since we came back from the war.
This is a dangerous part of town. What are you doing here?
We were looking for the Pembroke Hospital. We both need help. Treatment, I mean. To get some sleep. Just need to feel better, sir.
Where was your friend the last time you saw him?
He went down by the canal. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I think he went to the sewers on purpose. So I couldn't go after him.
I have all the information I need for now. If I find anything out about your friend, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Okay. Oh, I want to get rid of these fucking markers. There you go. F from it. All right. It's not showing up on my map. So I guess I won't do that for now.
It's locked, all right.
Alright, let's go check out this morgue, shall we? We've been fucking around long enough. We've been talking plenty. Oh, dark streets. Okay. Back door of the morgue. This place does not look well cared for. No heartbeats anywhere. Good. Got a bunch of map markers. Yeah, there's definitely some skulls here. You can hear them. Chillings? Yes, please. Man, they've really let this place go. There we go. Can I sneak up on him? Yes, I can.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
All I need is a cigarette case off him. I wish this game had a little bit better stealth mechanics.
It's locked.
I do dog shit damage when I sneak up on people. But that's okay, I guess. Okay, what do we got here?
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Mm-hmm.
balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Oh, can't enter any of these doors. Okay. Back downstairs we go. The basement, I assume. Oh, that was a vampire. Oh, that was a vampire. That was a vampire indeed.
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
Oh. Oh. Rude. Asshole. It was very rude of you. I feel like we keep getting glimpses of a vampire. Another one. Nom 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 nom. Come on. At me. What's up, buddy? Oh, he's going after that door. Well, yeah, it's got a bit of a horror vibe, but I also feel like a monster, so I feel less afraid amongst monsters. It's kind of weird. I like it. I like it. Oh, what's going on here? A new citizen is available. Huh. Track. Awesome. All right, Sam Connor, 39, male Caucasian, fast pneumonia. Looks
Mr.
like
Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
Looks like he died from the flu, but maybe not. Alright, let's jump this scowl, shall we? Give me that num-nums. What is that? Oh shit. I can't see shit. I don't know what that is. Oh man, the targeting in this game is kind of dog shit. Ah, goddamn.
These scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
Okay. Yeah, these the targeting system in this game, when it's more than one person, I am not a fan of, but we'll try and work with it.
Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
All right. Oh. Wrong way. Yeah. Oh, that's right. There we go. All right. What are we crafting? No. Craft treatment for fatigue. Alright, there's one. Alright, I may start have to make some tougher decisions if I want to actually play this game and have fun. Because yeah, I don't want to be getting my ass kicked by like level 4 stuff forever. Oh hey buddy. I saw that, right? Oh boy, there's two. Nom, 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 nom. So it seems if I actually don't, ow. Oh, come on. Jumped around that wall, you cheating fuck. Seems if I actually don't target when there are more than one, it works out a little better. All right. Heading outside. Alright, let's bring this medicine back to Dorothy Crane, shall we? And then we'll go take a look at this. Although, actually, we're literally right here, so why don't we go take a look at this now? That shit is serious over there. Find out who's spying on Thelma. Seems to be right in this area. Rats? I see a rat. I need me rats. I need me for my nom-noms. Oh, we got hunters. Nom 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 nom.
Oh my god! We have to stop him!
You can't stop me. Ow, got a little Bernie burn going on. Survey mission. Object activity vampire. Hospital. 3 days ago, one of our recruits heard a rumor about the presence of a female vampire. Our mission is to discreetly go there and observe any suspicious activity. Okay. Well, we took care of that. Alright. Well, I guess, Thelma was not paranoid, it would seem. She was being watched. Damn it. It's really annoying trying to move this map around. Alright, we'll head back to the hospital real quick. Oh, is that Swansea? Come in, man.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Oh, maybe not.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor, too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Man, talk about rough jobs. Undertaker at the docks.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Oof. That hurts.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Interesting.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Oh, check out this Socrates over here. All right, let's see what he's got.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course.
All right. Oh, here we go. It's drugs, selling drugs.
To amaze me how you, the dead, seem peaceful and lost at the same time.
Who are you talking to? Who the fuck are you talking to, man? I ain't dead. What did they tell you?
Words to calm the children, Ellen.
Let's talk to Dorothy, shall we?
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
You got it. Okay.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
This hospital seems to be falling apart. But
I
in the
will not let you down,
circumstances,
my
I'm willing
boy.
to give you the benefit of the doubt.
All right, we're actually, we'll come back here, but it's been running on about an hour now. So I think we will give this game a little rest for now, guys. Thanks for watching. This has been Take It Slow, a.k.a. Angry Porto, a.k.a. Clancy, a.k.a. Too Many Goddamn Nicknames, and you've been watching my Vampyr playthrough. We will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
Take it slow.